as part of our commitment to holistic wellness, we like to offer these workshops so that it's not just the mind, it's also the body. We know that they are interconnected in a way that we are only just beginning to understand as science explores that. So, with that, I want to turn it over to Alexis, who is one of our wonderful therapists here, and Meg, who is our yoga trainer guest, who we worked with before and we love. And I just can't wait to flow along with everyone else.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Laurel. Thank you, everyone, so much for joining us for our little midweek pause. This time of year can just get really, really busy, and it can kind of feel like life is just coming at you really fast, right? With work, family commitments. The holidays can often bring up a lot for folks, as well as the change of the seasons. And so now more than ever, it's so, so important to focus on slowing down and taking care of ourselves, right? So thank you all so much for joining us in that effort. A lot of times when things feel overwhelming or life is moving too fast, it's very helpful to focus on what is within our control, right? And what's wonderful is we actually have the ability to control and regulate our nervous system. Kind of like Laurel spoke to before, we often talk about the mind-body connection and how powerful it is. Basically, what that means is, when we tend to our body with things like gentle movement, making sure we're getting good sleep, drinking enough water, feeding ourselves the nutrients that we need, those all have really great benefits for our mood and our mental health and well-being. Just like when we take care of our mental health, right, by seeking supportive community, by speaking kindly to ourselves, trying to get in as many mindful moments in our day as we can, that's also very beneficial to our physical well-being as well. And so in that spirit, we're really going to slow down today and incorporate both mindfulness, slowing down and focusing on our breath, regulating the nervous system in that sense. And then I'm going to turn it over to Meg, who is going to lead us through a really gentle, lovely, rejuvenating yoga flow. So we're going to start by just getting in a comfortable position. And, that can look however you want. I'm going to be cross-legged, but you can lay down if you like. You can take a seat on your knees. You can stand up if you like, or be in a chair, whatever feels most comfortable. And we're going to start by just noticing the space that we're in right now. And so just notice the texture of the surface that you're sitting on. If you're sitting on the floor, notice the earth coming up to meet you and support you. Notice the mat that you may be sitting on, the surface of the chair. And just see if you can reach down and feel very connected to the earth. And just notice the stability of the earth or the surface that you're sitting on, just holding you in space right now. And as we take a moment to get settled in, we're going to turn our focus inward to the breath. And we're going to start by taking the 3 slow, gentle breaths in through the nose and slowly out through the mouth. So we'll start with a deep breath in through the nose. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And one more deep breath in. And let it all go. Now that we're all here, we're going to turn it over to Meg, who's going to lead us in our yoga flow.
Thank you so much, Alexis. All right. So let's go ahead and just bring the palms to the thighs and on the legs. And just take a deep breath in. And sigh it out this time. Just letting it go. Then from here, just let the breath flow. Knowing that our breath is one of our connectors. It's going to help us slow down. It's going to help us find empowerment. It's even going to help us in self-awareness and self-soothing as we go through everything today. Just feel the warmth maybe from the palms of your hands, just the floor, how you're seated. And from here, maybe just start to take a little bit of that movement, trying to circles. You're going around with your body. It might be big, it might be little. Depends on how you're seated or lying down, right? Kind of just find maybe something feels tight. Maybe this just feels good. It's very inviting. Just allows you to get some movement and just a little bit of flow. Next time you're ready, pause, and then reverse the direction that you're going. Take it the other direction, coming over and around. Again, just finding that movement. Letting you just give yourself a little bit of grace here today. And at any time in our practice, if there's something else you're seeking, I invite you to go there. If you need to do more of something, I invite you to stay. From here, let's go ahead and pause. Bringing the left hand to the right shoulder and the right hand to the left. Kind of like a little hug. I just want you to just inhale. Let's sneak the elbows up, eyes and chin as well. Exhale. Round the spine. Let the ribs slide down to the hips. Inhale. Eyes up, chin up, elbows up. Exhale. Ribs down, elbows down, chin down. One more time. Inhale. Eyes up, chin up, elbows down. Exhale. Round. Finding that spinal movement. A little self-awareness. Inhale, come back up. Let's spread the arms wide. Take the palms up, guys, with the thumbs face behind you, and then press the thumbs back. Yeah. And this might feel really good across the chest and the shoulders. Maybe you want the eyes up, maybe the eyes forward. Maybe you just want to kind of reach or flow side to side. You can add movement. You never have to feel like you have to be still. Listen to just a little bit of how your body feels. Let it be and let it flow. From here, wrapping the arms this time, right to left, left to right. Inhale, eyes up, chin up, elbows up. Exhale, eyes down, chin down, elbows down, ribs down. Doing that again. Inhale, rise. Feel how you stack your spine. Exhale, feel the ribs slide the back around. You're just creating some beautiful spinal movement. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, we curl. Inhale, stretch that spine. Spread your arms nice and wide. Let's take up some space. Palms are up. Exhale, thumbs go back. Press that chest. Oh, maybe let the shoulders even relax down a little bit more. Yeah. Wonderful. From here, let the right hand come down. Reach that left hand up and over. And from here, you almost want to bring that left elbow up and turn that right shoulder forward. Yeah. So you might feel the stretch down the left side of the body, maybe into that hip. Try to keep that left hip on the ground. And if you like it better off, I am totally going to invite you to get the feels on. You could look down to the right. You can look forward. Or you could look up. Come back into your breath. Make sure to let it flow. Don't let it stagger. And let's try not to let it get caught anywhere. Bring that self-awareness back into the breath. Inhale, up and over. Left hand comes down. Right hand is going to reach. Pull the left shoulder forward. Try to keep the right hip on the ground. The eyes to look up. Eyes to look forward, or your eyes to look down. Maybe you want to try them all. That would be great. Feeling that right side body, get some opening. Again, adding that movement and a little self-awareness. Oh, from here, inhale, let's stack. Before we go into child's pose, let's get into the neck a little bit here. So take a breath in, exhale. Let the right ear head over to the right shoulder. Yeah. Just allow that length, feeling it down the scalene side and the neck. So, we all hold in different places, whether that's stress, excitement, energy in and of itself in our body. For me, this one's really powerful. Maybe you'll find something to practice that really helps bring you to an ease about things. Inhale through the center. Exhale. Let's take left ear. Left shoulder. Yeah. Just allow that neck to get some of that mobility. And maybe you drive a lot. Maybe you sit at a computer a lot, or you're on a device. I'm definitely on a device and the computer a lot, but this is also very intentional to help me. I'm hoping it lands for you too and helps you out. Inhale to the center. Let's exhale. Bring the chin down to chest. Lengthen to the back of that neck. Allow yourself length, just some fine movement. Next, you're going to inhale. Track that chin all the way up. Eyes all the way up. And open your jaw, like maybe you're here in Nebraska with me. We got raindrops out there. Maybe you want to catch them. Maybe you're just opening your mouth up to the sky and you got all the sunlight. Maybe it's a snowflake. I don't know. But I offer you to open your jaw. Find that release from the jaw to the neck. So much tension. And so I invite you to seek to relax and find some openings. And then close. Bring everything back into center. So your ears are going to stack over shoulders. Shoulders stack over hips. Before we go, just that little rocking, kind of side to side. Kind of shifting. And what we're going to shift to is actually over and around. We're going to swing our legs back, however you want to get there. Definitely doesn't need to be fancy or graceful. Mine is not. But we're going to come to what we call a child's pose. So oftentimes it's child's pose. We bring those knees as wide as the hips or maybe a little wider. So you can decide what you like. Tops of your feet are down and you bring the big toes together. Yeah. So then you're just going to walk yourself out. I'm going to say hi to Diesel along the way, kind of roll him out. You're going to reach with the hands. Now, maybe you have something close and you want to set your forehead down on a block, on a pillow, on a sweater. Maybe you just want it to go down to the floor. So here, it's just very grounding. Allows your breath to flow to the belly. And we're trying to let our hips slide back to the heels. Another space or something you could do is you could stack your hands, let the elbows go very wide, and then put the forehead on top of the hands as they're stacked. Just a nice, easy position. This is the position I invite you to, not only today in our practice, but anytime you're seeking to be grounded, anytime you're just seeking to find a little opening as well through the hips. It also helps open from the shoulders and the chest. The child's pose is one of our safe positions, one of our grounding positions. Just an offering. You choose how you like. Maybe the knees are together, maybe the knees are apart. From here, we're going to just walk the hands off the mat to the left side. Maybe you want to stack the hands and then shift the hips over to the right. So it's a side angled pose, allowing the side of that body to open once again. Use that breath to connect your movement, to allow some release in your movement as well as we create this D shape of our spine and this curve. Your next breath. Go ahead and lift up. I'm going to walk over Diesel. Take your hands to the right, the hips over to the left. So again, now opening this side of the body. Maybe it feels the same, maybe it feels different. Maybe you can reach further on this side. You can allow the head to rest maybe on your arm. Maybe you moved your pillow or blanket or block. Feeling that left side body get some opening. All right. Cool. Next breath, I invite you to go ahead and stack yourself up. We're going to come into what we call all fours. So we're going to bring the hands underneath the shoulders. The knees are going to be apart and they're under the hips. You can have the toes tucked on the ground, or maybe you like the feet released. So you can do either one. That would be great. Just see what kind of works for you. And maybe you really like that child's pose and you're going to hang out there. I invite you to either. So here from all fours, we're going to do cat and cow. And that's going to help us connect our breath, find some more mobility through spine, and provide some relief. So on the inhale, I want you to drop the belly, take the eyes up, the chin up, push your tailbone away. Maybe you wag that tail. And then exhale, curl inward, tucking the chin, ribs to the hips, and push to the ground with your hands. So you create a dome or curve on top of your back. Inhale, drop the belly, eyes up, tailbone away. Exhale, round and curl, breath through, arching that back. Wonderful release. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, we drop. Exhale, you round. And if your breath is going the other way, you're exhaling and I'm inhaling, hey, that is okay. This is like in your practice. If it feels right, I invite you to do it. Inhale, one last time. Exhale, round. Absolutely. And there you go. So coming into what we call neutral. We're coming back into that long spine where the belly is pulled in into that tabletop position. Exactly what that is. So you're just like a table for a moment. We're going to do thread the needle. So take your right arm. Inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky. Exhale, take the right arm, thread it through where the left hand and left leg are. And you're going to bring your right ear down to the ground. Let your hips remain high. Unless you want to adjust them, you sure can. And then that left hand can stay. Maybe it reaches, maybe it wraps all the way around you. You want to open through the shoulder and the spine. This is where some of that release comes into play. Yeah, using that breath and finding out what your body can do today. Next, inhale, releasing the left hand if you're bound. Press it to the ground and take that right hand all the way up and just let it kind of float down to the ground. And once you connect, take a breath in and out. Feel the ground, reset your body. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Yeah, let that breath flow. We're going to switch sides. We're going to thread the needle left side. So we're going to inhale. Left hand goes up. Reach up, up, up to the sky. Open. And then exhale. Left hand goes through. Left ear comes down to the ground. And that right hand stays on the ground. That left hand reaches through. Yeah. Now the right hand, again, could stay on the ground. Maybe you want to reach it forward. Maybe you want to reach it up, over, and around. And you want to take what we would call a bind. Somehow you can wrap yourself, press into the ground. Find something that maybe makes your shoulders feel really good. Maybe it's a little opening to the shoulders with the spine. You're able to just kind of let go and relax. All right, unwind. Put that right hand down to the ground. And then reach that left hand all the way up. And just let it float right back down. From here, you're going to just tuck the toes. You can walk your hands back, just kind of roll back, and help yourself into a standing position. Nothing fancy, not even a downward dog. We're just going into a standing position. Move the kitty here. And we're going to come, if you will, almost to the top of your mat so you have some space. Now the feet, they can be apart. They can be together. And maybe you want to just kind of rock and roll. I like to kind of shift side to side, get a feel for my feet. Kind of just see if want to shift them, like, do you feel balanced, right? And then maybe you want to kind of go heel to toe. How does that feel? Does that help open around the ankles, knees, hips just a little bit? So we're in what we would call a mountain pose or standing position, and it's very grounding. It also is very stable, and it offers us a powerful concept. So allows us to feel some of that power. So let's connect our feet, spread the toes to the ground, from toes to the heels, all sides, front to back. Hands can be down by your side, knees soft. We don't want to lock them out. I want you just to be aware of your belly. I want you to brace it in. I want you just to naturally breathe. Keeping your glutes nice and engaged, and your shoulders even relaxed. This is our mountain pose. Eyes will be looking forward. From here, I just want you to even just let the body, if it needs to sway side to side, just let it sway. If your body wants to be still here, I invite stillness. Just feel the grounding, feel the power from your feet. It goes up through the body. Yeah. From here, we're going to take a big breath in, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhale. The right arm goes down by your side and create a V shape. Looking down to that right hand, right side. Left hand is reaching up and over that head. And then inhale, sweeping the arms. Switching to the other side. Left hand comes down by the side. Right hand reaches over. Yeah, so just creating a nice C shape here. Inhale, going back and forth. Going to the right. Exhale, feel the stretch. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale to the left. Feel the stretch. One more each way. Inhale, we reach. Exhale, take that stretch. Maybe you went a little bit further. That's so cool. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, over to the left. Nice. So I'm going to invite you to take your feet just a little bit wider and kind of swing side to side. And so here, I'm going to face you. You're welcome to stay as you are. I'm just inviting you to just kind of let the body go. So after feeling very powerful and grounded, I want you to just feel a little release. Maybe even release the heel from side to side. Maybe it's big movement. Maybe it's just little. And maybe you're just kind of standing here. You know, when the music is playing sometimes, you just sway side to side. I'm that person. You can catch me in line at the grocery store. I'd be moving. I'd probably be singing too. Let's do this a few more times. And then when you're ready, you let your body pause. Maybe you adjust your feet. Maybe you go heel to toe again. And then from here, we're going to lift the hands, inhaling up as our eyes look up, hands look up, we look up. Exhale. Looking down to the ground, coming into what we call forward fold. So you're going to fold the body at the waistline. Head comes down, head and arms are heavy. Now, if that makes you uncomfortable, you could completely come here to the thighs, forearms on your thighs, and you could even look forward a little bit. Or you lengthen, and then hips go up to the sky, arms are heavy. From here, we're going to go into ragdoll. I'm going to give you several different positions that you could try, and you can stay wherever you like it. So I would take hands to the opposite elbow, and around the forearm. And then you're going to let your head be easy, hips stay high, and a soft bend in the knee. And then you're going to sway maybe side to side. Maybe it comes from the arms. Maybe you kind of think like an elephant, like the trunk of an elephant. So that's one space you could be. Another space is leave the forearms, come high on the sides, a little bit more bend. And then maybe you're just kind of rotating, kind of almost a twisting motion. Maybe the toes or heels leave the floor. Next option is maybe you take and wrap the arms behind you, behind the knees, and you come into that ragdoll there, and you see, find some length and opening in the back of the body. And this way would probably be more side to side. And if at any time you need to come out of it, you stand up slowly, You breathe a few times standing, and then you come back down into your forward fold, back down into ragdoll, allowing some release, still feeling that grounding. And believe it or not, in this movement, it's a very self-soothing space. You seek to let go a little. I invite you to unbind the arms. Inhale, back the spine up nice and slow so you're in a full standing position. Hands just come back by your side into that mountain pose, eyes forward. Maybe you have a little shifting, but I want you to feel very grounded, very powerful in this standing position. Next, we're going to make ourselves a chair, meaning don't go find a chair. We're going to become a chair. How we do that, this is an empowerment movement. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms up. Actually, I want you to send the hips back like you're sitting in a chair. Maybe your chair is a really high chair. That's cool. Maybe your chair is a really low chair. That's also cool. You can come in or out of it. Now, maybe you want to bend the arms, open them up. I'm going to face you so you can see what that looks like. Yeah, so maybe you open the arms up, maybe even shift side to side. You can do all the dances you want. You can even come out of that. You're like, ooh, that's a little heat in the legs. And then come back in. Inhale up. Or bend the knees from the hips back into your chair. Keep the toes connected to the ground. Maybe you want to bring your hands to your thighs. Maybe you want your arms to be wide. You can choose the space that feels best for you. Inhale, exhale, press out of it. Come back into that standing position. So we're all going to make a little adjustment here, coming into a little more grounding position called Warrior One. So from here, I want you to think from the top of the mat, your feet are under your hips. It'd be like railroad tracks, right? So there's about a foot distance between them. Take your right leg, step back nice and long. Now here, I want you to actually turn the right toes out a little bit. The heel can press down to the ground, or the heel can be up. It's almost like a lunge. Yeah, we call it Warrior One. So we're going to bend into that left knee, sweep the arms up, shoulders relax down, trying to press back into that right heel. So your hips are trying to be forward. So maybe your right leg is a little wider. Yeah. So we're just going to relax shoulders. And if you're like, Meg, that is kind of hot and spicy on my legs, I would love for you to stand up. I think that would be great. Come out of it, and then exhale, come back in. Inhale, sweep the arms. And then you could even come right out of that again. Inhale, and sink. Bring the hands on that left thigh. Press forward. We're going to then switch sides. Take the left leg, step it back on the railroad track, so it's parallel lines. We're going to turn the left toe out, turn the hips back forward, and that left heel, we're trying to press it down. Maybe it comes up, that's okay. Bending into that right knee, square up to that right knee, reach the arms up and let the shoulders relax. So right knee is bent, left leg is straight, pressing down to that left heel, maybe it's on the ground, maybe it's a little lifted. And maybe you're like, Meg, that is really spicy. So you come out of it. Spicy meaning hot for the legs, meaning hard. I get it. It brings some heat. And then you're going to come back into it. Bending the right knee. Sweeping the arms up. And then maybe you come out of that and then come right back into it one last time. Yeah, use that breath to help you here. Very grounding. This is also an encouraging position. So empowerment, encouraging, and grounding could be words that maybe come to mind. Exhale, step forward. All right, so we want to have space left and right on our mat. So come to the middle of the mat somewhere, and if you just have to look at me different or turn it, you find a space that works best. We're going to take our legs really wide. Yep. We're coming into something called Warrior Two. And in Warrior Two, again, very grounding as well. all about empowerment and encouragement. So I encourage you to try. I encourage you to see what you can do. Right leg, turn the right toes all the way. Left leg, press that left heel back, the toes turn in. Now we're going to bend into the right knee, wherever you're most comfortable. Maybe you're down here, maybe you're up here. I think it's great. Find what's comfortable. The hips are going to face me a little bit more at the camera. Yeah, and I know I can't see you, but you get to see me. It's okay. Relax the shoulders. So think of it like this. Turn the palms up, shrug the shoulders, palms down, press down and press the shoulder blades down, and then reach the arms out. Eyes are going to look right down the fingers on the right hand, and you want this right knee to open towards the pinky toes. And if you're like, Meg, that's pretty much a lot of heat, straighten the legs, take a breath, come back in. We also want our shoulders right over the hips. Yeah, that's it. Yep, so we're going to get some power. We're going to press out. Take that breath. Sink back in. This time, right forearm, up the right side. Reach that left arm all the way over. You know that side body stretch we've done a couple times? Yeah. See if we can find that more. Press into that left heel. Almost pull the right shoulder through. And eyes to look up, forward, or down. All of the space is great. All right, so to get out of this, reach back, press out. You can even walk the feet in. You do the waddle. You let the legs shake. All right, so we did one side. You know what's going to happen? You do. We're going to do the other side. So let's take the feet wide. Turn the left toe. Press the right heel back. And the right toes in. We're going to bend the left knee. Hips square towards camera. Shoulders over hips. Arms out. Turn the palms up. Shrug. Press the air down. Reach the arms out. Look down the left hand this time. Yep. And then press that left knee towards the middle pinky toes. Warrior two. And if it gets spicy, you come out of it. Yep. And then you bend right in. Settle the shoulders. Settle the breath. Encouragement, to try, empowerment, and grounding. Come out of that. Yeah. So let's go back in. You know what we're doing this time? Left forearm down, right arm. Let it reach up overhead. So it was like this morning for me. I pressed the covers up over my head. A lot of you are doing this. Like sunshine, so you pulled the covers out. All right, come on up. Nothing fancy to it, but we are going to come back down to the ground. So come on down, meet me down on the ground. Let's go ahead and take a seat. So from here, bring left heel into the groin. Right leg's going to go out straight. Toes up to the ceiling on the right foot, bottom of the foot towards that inner thigh. Nice, there you go. So from here, we're going to sweep right arm inside the right leg. There's that C shape again. And that left arm comes up. And you're trying to open that left shoulder. So eyes can look up, forward, or down. Yeah. Use that breath to find your release here. We did a little bit of spicy stuff at the top with standing. Brought a little heat to the body. We're going to bring it down. We're going to find some more release, continue to ground, find some more awareness, and some more spinal movement. Inhale, we rise. Square up to the right leg. Reach out. Now, maybe your reach out is right here. You don't need to force or pull anything. Just reach out. Allow the head to tip and bow. Allow the breath to let go around the ribs and the hips and that lower back. Inhale, we're going to stack the spine. Help the legs, switch them out. Right foot comes in towards groin. Left leg goes out, toes go up to the sky. Left hand inside that calf or knee. Right hand up over, and you try to reach. Really, it's the concept you're trying to reach for your toes. I'm not that bendy right now. I need to do this more often again. Yeah. All right, so let's open up. Try to look up, forward, or down. Yep. Try to still open up that shoulder, rolling the left shoulder through, right shoulder up and back. Let your breath be easy. And then inhale, we roll up, and we're going to square up to that left leg. Go ahead and reach out on that left leg, see where you can go. Nothing needs to be forced. Allow yourself just to let go here. You can round, you can stay flat back, reach as you will. Inhale, we rise. We're going to bring the legs straight out ahead of us before we come back on the ground. And both toes go up. If you need to, maybe you want to bend the knees, sometimes even bring something blanket under. That might even help this feel a little bit better. You choose what feels best for you. And then you're just going to inhale, reach up. Think that the ribs come up over the hips, and then you fold over, rounding the back, reaching out. There's no tug of war, there's no pull. I want you to use the next 5 to 7 breaths. Just see if you can let go a little more. See if your body gets closer to your legs. One more big breath in and out. Amazing. Inhale. Let's go ahead and rise up. Now, maybe you want to have your socks, your blanket close. Not quite ready for them. I'm going to grab mine. And then that blanket. So we're going to go ahead and roll on down to the ground. So maybe you scoot towards the top of your mat, and you can grab the thighs and roll down. Or maybe you already rolled down. You're like, Meg, that was really easy. This is not nap time yet. We're going to let the left leg hang out. Hug that right leg in. And go ahead and even just kind of shift side to side. Maybe even rotate around the ankle. And if you're going to draw circles with the ankle or the toes, make sure to do like 3 to 5 one way and maybe 3 to 5 the other way. Just open up here. Nice. Switching us up, pause the rocking, so behind the thigh. Option would be just to be on front. Don't press too hard, but behind the thigh, try to straighten your right leg. And if you have a sock close and it's hard to reach behind there, guess what? You could use that sock to help you. Tools are handy. Push the heel up to the sky, toes pull back to your nose. Opening the back of the legs here. One more breath cycle in and out. And then go ahead and bend the right knee, extend the right leg out, pull the left leg in, and let's hug that left leg. Maybe a little rock side to side. Maybe you want to roll the ankle. Remember, 3 to 5 one way, and maybe you want to go 3 to 5 the other. Yeah, nice. And we're going to pause the rocking, grab behind the thigh, push the heel up to the sky again. If you want to use the sock or something behind you, sure could to help you out. And just lengthen the leg. It doesn't have to be super straight. You're just going to push the heel up to the sky. Find some length and mobility and movement here in the body. A little bit of that stretching too. Wonderful. From here, bending the left, pull the right leg in. Hug both legs now, and again, rock and roll maybe side to side, or maybe you're drawing circles. This is a nice little release from the spine. It's also a little bit grounding with that connection that your back is connecting to the ground, to the earth. Just feeling some of that power as you breathe through. Let yourself be. From here, keep the knees high into the chest. Let them fall. Both knees over to that right side. Reach that left arm out and just let that spine let go. Now your knees might touch the ground. They might not even touch each other. You might have one up, one down. Maybe you have a block under your knees. Maybe you place this blanket. Maybe you have a blanket. You place that between your legs. That's fine. Do what feels comfortable as the legs go to the right and the arm reaches to the left. And you could even massage by your ribs, or maybe provide warmth. Place your hands just on your own rib cage here. Yeah. For me, sometimes it helps me because I get sharp breath sometimes going down. And it just seems to help if I push or press with my hand on there, because the hand has some warmth to it. Yeah. And just let that go. Next, you're going to release. Inhale to the center. Exhale, the legs go to the left. Now you keep that blanket. That was actually very nice. And then the hand and the eyes go to the right. And maybe you got to take some time as you let go on this side. Maybe again, you have one knee in the air. Maybe your knees are together. Maybe neither. Maybe your legs aren't even on the floor. They're just kind of propped to the side. They're all the right position. And it's your position. It's your movement here today. Inhale, rock back into the center, hugging both legs, and a little bit of that side-to-side action. From here, we're going to extend both legs up into the air. This is actually called legs up the wall. Now you could literally go to a wall, bring your legs up the wall. It's a nice reset position as well. Just let your legs just kind of be there. Maybe you notice they even shift side to side and you feel that presence of your hips. Maybe your hands are on the belly. Maybe your hands are on the ground. Either way is fine, and no movement is also fine too. I know some days for me, I'll find that I'll just go to a wall and take my legs just like this up the wall and just kind of catch my breath for that day. It's a great space to do so. From here, let the knees bend. Let the feet come down to the ground. We're going to bring the bottoms of the feet together. And this is that space of maybe you want to put your socks on. I'm actually going to sneak mine on. We're going to go into a movement called butterfly. And a few other things to just kind of let us go before I hand you back to Alexa. The bottoms of your feet together. Knees are going to be open. Now, the option is feet out, knees together. Find what feels best for you. Hands can be on the hip bone. You could also have one hand on your heart one hand on your belly. Maybe if you have that blanket, you want it close to you. Maybe you want to wrap yourself in it. Here in this space, in this butterfly movement, I want you to take about 5 to 10 breath cycles. Some might be slower or faster than others. That's fine. Another option is the hands up over the head, holding elbow to elbow like ragdoll. Allowing you just to settle in. Come back into some self-awareness. Come back into some space for you of just feeling the breath. Being kind to your body, kind to your moment, and kind to yourself. Maybe you notice the breath slow down. Maybe you notice the breath even gets just a little bit deeper as we go. And then from here, you're welcome to come out of that space. Maybe you let the knees fall in together. Maybe you let the legs extend out and the arms fully go overhead. Taking a few breaths. And then I'm going to let Alexis close us out, finding that breath once again, and letting go.
All right, thank you so much, Meg. So allow yourself to just stay in whatever posture feels comfortable. And we're just going to close out our time together today with a little bit of mindfulness and visualization. And we're going to be working through a visualization practice called Calm Place. So we'll start by just taking 3 more deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Wonderful. 2 more. And 1 more grounding breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. So I invite everyone now to imagine a place where you feel completely calm, completely grounded, and completely safe. The cool thing about Calm Place is that it's different and unique for everyone. Your Calm Place could be a tropical beach. It could be a cozy cabin. It could be the warmth and comfort of your own bed. Doesn't matter, there's no right or wrong way. Go with the first image that comes to mind, of a place where you feel calm, grounded, and safe. And see if you can color this image with all of the sensory details, right? So noticing the temperature of the space that you're in. You're inside or outside. Noticing sounds that are close or far away. Noticing if there's other people in your calm place, or animals, or if it's just you. Noticing your sense of comfort and groundedness in your calm place. And as you start to situate yourself in your space, continue to take some nice, calm, soothing breaths. And I'll leave you for another moment or two to really immerse yourself in your calm place, a place that you can take with you beyond our session today. So really just ground yourself in your calm place, noticing all of the visual and sensory details, and make it real and make it yours. And I'll check back in a few moments. All right, and as we slowly start to end our practice today, go ahead and just introduce some gentle movement back into the body. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes, roll your wrists and your ankles, flutter your eyelashes open, and you can go ahead and gently make your way back up to a seated position or hang out on your mat laying down. That's totally cool too. Thank you everyone so much for taking time out of your busy week and schedule to spend a little self-care hour with us. And thank you, Meg, so much for leading us through this beautiful flow.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, both of you. It's been so wonderful. I love getting to just experience your gifts and talents, and I hope that everyone here is just going into the second half of their day feeling a little more grounded. And we hope to see you back soon. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.